Hello NASS, my name is Joe Sanfilippo and I am the superintendent in the Fall Creek School District, home of the Fall Creek Crickets, and I am really looking forward to joining you in November in San Diego. Well, November in San Diego as opposed to November in Wisconsin. I could just come hang out with you and I'd be happy, to be honest. So I just wanted to let you know that I'm looking forward to it. We're going to have a great time. Your job is very, very difficult. My job is very, very difficult. You know, collectively, the superintendent, we have very, very difficult jobs. And to be honest, we're kind of off on our own, right? Like, we are the only person in our school district with that title. And sometimes that can get to be a little bit lonely. And when it comes to school districts in general, I think one of the biggest problems with school districts today is that the people telling the story of our school have no affiliation with our school, right? They're the people that went to school 20 years ago that had a really bad experience, and those are the people that are still telling the story of what's actually happening in our school. But it's not actually happening in our school, and that's not fair. And as the superintendent in your school district, you often are the target of why those things are perceived to be happening, right? And sometimes it's just making sure that people know and understand what's going on. One of the things that we tell people a lot around here is, in the absence of knowledge, people tend to make up their own. So if they know, or if they think they know what you do, then they know what you do unless you tell them something different that you do, right? And when I got to Fall Creek, I was the 5th superintendent in 6 years. 5th superintendent, 6 years, right? And one of the biggest problems with that position and the turnover of that position is nobody really knew what the superintendent did. So they made up what the superintendent did. And so we got to the place where it was really important for me as a superintendent to say, okay, so I'm going to make sure that we do 3 things in this position to know and understand what happens as a superintendent. And the first one is to be present. Now, in terms of being present, obviously, you know, when you're with someone, you want to make sure that you're actually with them. One of my professors at Cardinal Stritch University, when I went through my doctoral program, said the greatest gift of service that you can give anyone is, for the moment that you're with them, they are the center of your universe, right? And that never goes away. But that presence is not the only thing that we should be doing as a superintendent. We also have to have a virtual presence. Not only the physical presence of being there, but the virtual presence. If people think or know that I'm in different places because on my social media streams they see the things that I'm doing with kids, they're much less likely to come knocking down my door and saying, "What do you do?" Right? So being present is a big thing. The next thing that we talked about was opening doors, right? Again, in the absence of knowledge, people tend to make up their own. If they think they know what happens in your school, then they're going to make up what happens in your school unless we tell them. So developing a district brand, understanding that you having the presence on social media feeds that tell the positive things that are going on in your space is really, really important and can give you so much leverage moving forward into your group. And the last thing is build your staff. And building your staff, well, obviously you want to hire great people. But once you hire great people, some people say, we hire great people and get out of their way. No, don't get out of their way. Hire great people, support them, default to yes, and give them the opportunity to grow in every capacity that they can. And we're going to talk about that at the conference. We're not going to talk like this, philosophically on why that's right. We know why those things are right. We're going to talk to you about how to get it done. You're going to walk away from that conference knowing and understanding that you can do these things philosophically, yes, but we're going to actually do them. So you walk out with the opportunity to learn and grow and have more tools in your toolbox to take on your community and understand that you can promote the great things that are happening in your space. Your board will love it, you will love it, your staff will love it. We're going to have a great time doing it. So I'm looking forward to seeing you in November. We'll talk soon, everybody. Take care.